Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Yeah, you guys probably should have seen this coming by now. Kirby's Dream Buffet. Man, this is such a weird and out of the blue game. Like, we heard about this game, like a couple weeks ago? When Nintendo just dropped a random trailer out of the blue? Now it's here and it's only $15 and honestly, it's a really fun time. Now, is this game gonna blow your socks off? No. But it's still a really good time, and if you like Kirby and if you like racing games, then you might want to check this one out. But first, watch the rest of this video because I do have some problems that you might want to know about. But before we get into the video, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a good old thumbs up. And if you're really in the mood, you can go ahead and check out the rest of my channel for other videos like this. I cover Nintendo, sometimes Xbox, sometimes Sony. I do a lot more Nintendo stuff. I might have a bias there, I'm not sure. But I do cover a lot of games in different franchises. So go ahead and check out the rest of my channel and consider subscribing for more content like this. First, let's get into the good stuff. Graphics wise, this game looks great. The food looks tasty, the courses are all colorful and bright, cheery, just what you expected from Kirby. Things just look so polished here. Are there any ray tracing elements or anything like that? No, but this is a good looking game. It's not trying to blow your socks off with graphics, but it's just a cute, fun looking game. I love the little details here, like when you're rolling in icing or melted chocolate and it gets on Kirby while you're rolling around, and it just looks so good. And it just, I don't know, like it doesn't need to be super graphically powered up. It just needs to look good, and this is just a solid looking game. Through and through. There's cool little details here that really makes this game stand out from other Kirby games. For one, the enemies are actually candy. When you actually look at them, you'll see the texture on some enemies that'll portray this sour gummy look, and it looks fantastic. I love this little detail here. The gameplay itself is fun and intuitive. Yeah, the controls can feel a little bit slippery, but that's probably because you're a ball and you're not going to be on a flat surface all the time. You got just enough control on Kirby. While it's not pitch perfect, like I would probably prefer it, it can be a little hard to be precise rolling around, but honestly, it feels great to move around, jump, hop, and using the copy abilities, which, by the way, I love how they made traditional Kirby abilities into like food. It's fantastic. I didn't even expect them to do it this way, but here we are. My favorite one will probably have to be the jelly one. That's just so fun to move around in. And honestly, it's actually a bit more easier to control, which is a little weird, but hey, I dig it. The courses that are here are super fun and just well thought out. They have different themes, like not all of them are about sweets. There's some that are about hamburgers or eggs or bacon, like breakfast foods. There's just a lot to love here. If you're coming into this video and you're wondering how exactly the game plays, let's break it down a little bit. So there's a couple of different modes, or there's one Grand Prix you can do that incorporates the different kinds of modes in the game. You have your races, where you have to collect strawberries or other types of foods. Each food item is crucial, but at the same time, you have to make it at the end of the course to really get those strawberries, because at the end, you'll have 3 different goals, I guess you would call them. The first goal includes 50 strawberries, the second one includes 20, and then the third is 10. And you really want to make it at the end the quickest, while also nabbing some strawberries and goodies on the way to really fill your Kirby up. And then next you have a mini game, which kind of plays like a Mario Party game. There won't be any different conditions to clear, like there won't be any new objectives to do. At the end of the day, you're collecting strawberries, so however you collect strawberries is what you're doing in that mini game essentially. Unless there's a future mini game that throws that out the window, but who knows. Essentially, if you don't know what you're doing in a minigame, just collect strawberries. That's all you need to know. While that might seem like a limitation, it's actually kinda not. While it would be nice to have more variety in minigames in terms of like the conditions and how you win those minigames go about, at the same time though, it keeps to the theme of collecting food. And it keeps it simple for players that are just coming in, or You don't have to retrain yourself on a mini game. You just know what to do. And honestly, that could be really beneficial. And then you have the Battle Royale mode. No, you're not facing against 100 different Kirbys or anything like that. Instead, you're facing the 4 Kirbys, but in a kind of brawl. You push each other off the edge. Kind of Smash-like in that sense, but definitely weird and very chaotic, to be honest with you. If you're in first place or in last place, that can all change here. And throughout the other courses and modes. But really, Battle Royale can change things up dramatically. You could be doing so well one moment and just completely lose the next. And while that can seem like a detriment to the game, I kind of love the chaotic nature of this game. Yeah, it does require some skill. It's not entirely luck-based, but at the same time, luck is kind of a factor. But you still need to know what you're doing to get ahead, especially for the races. It helps a lot when you know the track. Luckily, with this Kirby game comes a ton of rewards that you can nab. I am a sucker for rewards. That's what keeps me playing games. If you give me a multiplayer game with a ton of unlockables, I'll be more likely to check that out and continue playing that game for quite a while because I want to nab some rewards. Luckily, Kirby's Dream Buffet comes in clutch because the rewards here, you don't have to pay any real world money. There's no microtransactions whatsoever. You get the game, $15, and you can unlock rewards from there. You can unlock costumes and colors for Kirby. You can unlock more courses, which is nice. And you can unlock decorations for your cake in the hub, and even customize the starting block that you start on, which is really neat. Man, I'm just so glad to see a Nintendo game embrace rewards like this. I love unlocking stuff, and it's quite a shame when you don't see that in games like this nowadays. But luckily, Kirby has that in spades. Oh, also you can unlock music, which is a great unlockable in my opinion. On that note, the music, I kid you not, and this might not even come as a shock to you, the music is really good. The remixes that they have here are stellar, actually. Not only do they fit with the sweet, colorful look of this game, like most Kirby's are, but man, they just nailed these remixes. And they introduced some remixes that you normally don't get with Kirby games. The music is both cheery and exciting, which is the perfect tone for this game. Also, I do want to mention how fast this game is. When you're loading up into a match, it's quick. When you're transitioning from a stage to a course or vice versa, whatever the case may be, it's quick. You drop in and drop out so quickly in this game. Okay, that's enough good things about this game. Let's go ahead and rag on it for a bit. So, the multiplayer. This might not come as a shock to you because this is Nintendo and they don't really do multiplayer games that well. Who knows, maybe eventually they'll patch this up a little bit, make the matchmaking and online better, but as it is now, it's not great. I played a few matches online and I haven't had a single good one, which again, could be from my experience alone, but yeah, it's not great. Also, for this being a fun party game with Kirby characters, you would think you could play with up to 8 people online instead of 4, which on one hand really stinks because there's Waddle Dees that fill in the place of what could potentially be 8 players all in the same race. But on the other hand, the online is so bad that I kind of understand why, but I would have still loved to see 8 players here. It honestly just makes so much sense. Luckily there is couch co-op, but even that comes with drawbacks. You see, you can't go online with 2 players, or at least from what I could tell. That and you could only play with 2 people. You can't play with 4 people. Why? You can play with 4 people online, but you can't play with 4 people on the same Switch, like in couch co-op. I find that very strange. It's weird that Mario Kart 8 can pull it off, and I know that's a Wii U game, but like, I don't know, man. You're telling me that I can't play with 2 other people on the same Switch? Like, really? I don't know, man. There's some weird decisions when it comes to this game. On one hand, this game looks incredible, plays incredible. I love these different courses. And honestly, I would love to see this game get updates. And please, give me some of those Nintendo hats, man. Come on. The game's begging for stuff like that. All that's to say that it's a shame that the online has to be this way. While I could see further improvements here and there down the line, and I hope it does, because I love everything else about the game. Well, aside from like the couch co-op and stuff, I wish that was a little better, and I wish you can do that online. That'd be great. Baffling decisions like that keep this game from being greater than it actually is. I think overall it's a good game, but will it have legs to stand on in the future? Only time will tell. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a good old thumbs up. And let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on Kirby's Dream Buffet. Are you going to get it? Do you already have it? Are you interested? Are you not interested? Let me know down below your thoughts. And I'll see y'all next time. God bless.